Hey, what is going on, everyone? Joe here, and today we are going to be diving into Monsters Are Coming Rockin' Road. It's an action roguelite where you have to escort a mobile city all the way down to its safe haven, and you've got thousands of monsters chasing you, trying to rip you to shreds. I did a video on the demo a few months back, and you guys blew it up to be one of my most successful videos on the channel, so I'm really stoked to be jumping into the full release here. We're going to hit new game, and it looks like we've got a few different castles we can eventually unlock. Right now, all I've got is the Belfry, so we have 20% extra city max health. And we've got a few different levels we can end up getting as well with different difficulties, all the way up to Nightmare. But all we can do right now is the Road of Elderwood at normal. So we're going to dive in and see how bad this can possibly be. I'm actually really excited for this game. It's got a very unique take on the typical Survivor-like genre. We have the monsters, they are coming, and we'll see our castle in a moment, and we want to escort this all the way to the bottom of the map. We see our progress on the right side, and so we've got our little dude here. We can knock out some enemies, collect as much experience as we can, but there's also a few other things we can get as well. We can get wood, we can find rocks that we can mine, and there'll be random events on the road. I've got a little bit of a head start after playing the demo, and I feel like this level's not going to throw too many surprises at me, except for the fact that we have access to way more towers now that I've never seen. All right, let's go down here. More wood means more tower attack speed, so we want to collect as much wood as we can. So the Blizzard Bellows, the first time I played this game, I had like 30 of these. They do a big explosion that does damage and freezes enemies. I'm going to challenge myself not to grab it this time because I was so completely busted. All right, so if we get the Fire Dragon, this burns enemies. Plus 1% damage per wood level. Or the Ice Ballista. Shoot ice shards that pierce two enemies. Let's go for the Fire Dragon. And we're going to put it behind because that seems to be where all the enemies are coming from. We leveled up again. Okay. Fire short-range bursts. Slain enemies have a 20% chance to drop money. Produce 1 gold every 20 seconds. 5% faster per same neighbor. So if I stack a bunch of farms next to each other, we'll be getting gold even quicker. And same thing with the quarry. This will give us stone. Don't remember what stone does. I think I'm going to go for a farm, and we're going to put it to the side here. So now we'll start getting some money, and whenever we find a shop, we'll actually have a good head start to spend. We're still looking good, full health on the city. The fire damage is pretty good, man. I never messed with it, but it's knocking people out really quickly. Increased my harvesting speed by 20%, a lumber statue. This gives adjacent towers 50% more damage. So if I put it next to the dragon, it's going to be even stronger. But we could also do a forest. I don't know how much I'd want to put these supply-generating tiles on my castle. Let's try the lumber statue. I want to get as many new things as possible. So we're going to pop it right there. I remember this game being kind of on the easy side. Of course, we were playing it on normal difficulty, but I want to challenge myself a little bit. Get some stone, deposit that. Bring back stones to repair the city. Okay, got it. So that's like a health kit almost. So we'll try to get as much stones as we can just in case. Obstacle ahead. But it looks like we can break this stuff down faster because of the statue we have. I wonder if we max that out, if we can just destroy everything instantly. So we're about to level up our wood, which will also make our dragon a little bit stronger. So I should probably get some trees. Stop these guys from attacking my tower. Give me some breathing room. Nice. All right. Gunner Brigade. We saw this last time. We could get some money if we pop this guy in. We could get another lumber statue, which is the stupidest thing, but I kind of want it. I'm going to grab this. It's all about symmetry, okay? I've got both of my statues. I'm just really egotistical. What can I say? But now we should be harvesting 40% faster. And I assume that works on gold too, right? Yeah, that was pretty quick. I'm imagining the best setup you can have in this game is if you have your towers very self-dependent where you don't have to help them out, and you can just be constantly chopping down trees. It looks like there is a limit to what I can carry, though, so... craftsman houses. Increase tower and heroes damage by 5%. We've got the supporting crowd. Increase hero damage by 7%. Or the quarry for more stone. Well, I can't say I'm not getting a lot of towers to do damage because I keep taking the statues. Let's go ahead and go for the craftsman houses. So we have a little bit more damage all around. Put it on the side here. Let's grab this wood. Get this gold while we're at it. We also have this. We can break this down and we'll get something for completing it. I don't know exactly what. Looks like we got a bunch of money. We'll need all of this gold later. There's new enemies I've never seen before. But fortunately, our tower is still doing really good. So there was a trick in the demo. I don't know if it's still going to work here, but you used to be able to farm a ton of experience while you were just waiting for the horde to close in. I don't know if I have the damage to really do it. It does look like these guys are way stronger now. Yeah, they totally nerfed this because you could stand here and get so much free experience. It's not going to happen anymore. All right. We might have another level up, though. Awesome. Increase hero damage, increase my harvesting speed by another 20%, or increase the regular burn damage. So that would be pretty good for this dragon turret we've got. But, you know, this one's uncommon. I really am believing in the dream of just knocking down trees instantly. We got an upgrade. Shoot a long-range piercing projectile that prioritizes high HP enemies as targets. Attack speed scales with gold owned. This is a golden pistol. Fire a bomb that creates an explosion and sets part of the ground on fire. We've got a farm already, and I feel like if we can work with this blueprint, we can get a ton of money. I think the golden pistol might be a good way to go. We're going to grab that. That means we don't want to spend a lot of money at the shop. And so whenever you get to a rest area, you get two options. I can go to the right and get more stones, which I have a ton of, or I can go to the left and get money. We're going to get more money. And so I think we have to stay here long enough for this circle to fill in. Every area has a little different mechanic, but if we can survive long enough, the chest will open up. It could also be kill a certain amount of enemies. I'm not quite sure. The pistol's going off, and it's doing a lot of damage. The 71, and it's going to fire even faster the more money we get. Which is going to be very difficult for me, because that means I don't want to spend any money at the shop. The new music's really cool, too. And stay in the middle, stay in the middle. We're almost done. Nice. I wonder if harvesting speed impacts that too, the rate at which we break down the chests. Shoot an explosive fragmentation shell. I also got an insane amount of those my first run. And looking at these options, if you know me, you know what I'm gonna grab. I need another statue of myself. All right, excellent. It just looks so good. Everything fits together perfectly. This is why you guys hate me in the comments section. All right, what is at the shop? No way, man. That's so stupid. It was 15 gold, but it was worth it. But it was worth it. Okay. Let's grab this farm. We'll have time to get the gold later. We'll have time to get the gold later. So I'm not super worried. Let's re-roll once. Let's grab another farm. We're going to need more ways to do damage. We have the craftsman houses, too, so we'll get these on the right. Curse my OCD of getting everything in the same area. Sheep farm, no, we're okay. Increase burn damage. We'll grab that for the dragon. And I think we're okay. I don't want to do anything else too crazy here. I've just got one turret that's doing damage for me, but I don't know how much faster this is going to ramp up. Luckily, these two craftsman houses are going to give me more damage and that dragon more damage. But if I keep getting resources incredibly fast, our attack speed's going to be insane. That's the goal. That's the plan. In fact, I am cutting these down so quickly. More money. Produces wood. No, let's do the farm for more money. So we can keep improving our pistol's fire rate. We're going to do the run where we just have no offensive towers and my unit becomes an absolute monster. That'll work, right? Surely. Wait, no, I have no way to attack up front. I got to be up front. We got flying bird enemies. Good thing we've got our pistol. And we can cut these guys down a little bit because they're kind of making me nervous back here. Oh, we have a chest. My tower will be fine, okay? We got stones. Increase the attack speed of my pistol. Increase the size of my axe, or the attack speed of my axe. Let's go for the pistol. We're going to keep buffing this up. And so, yeah, every single time my tower takes damage, it uses the stones to repair it. Which is fine. We've got some good maintenance here. Now, did I misread the pistol? Is it increased damage per... Is it increased damage or attack speed per gold? I thought it said attack speed. I'm pretty sure it's attack speed. Because it's firing very fast now. And we're not seeing a damage increase at all. I know, we got to clear the way. I needed the money. Yeah, 100% attack speed. Summon an explosive minion. Bonus summon for every 10 wood earned. I've never seen this. A sapper tower. This would also increase damage of adjacent towers. But I need a little bit more damage. We're going to grab this gunner here. I like how it shows what towers are currently buffing them too. That's nice. We're going to put it right here at the front left. Let's clear the way. Get some good wood in the city. The reason I want that, too, is because we're going to be getting a ton of wood. So I think it's going to end up getting insanely strong. Let's get this chest. Then we're going to get that money right below me. More attack speed on the pistol. We're going to make this nuts. We have so much gold right now, too. All right, come on. Move forward. The monsters aren't that bad. Good chain reaction. And this map is a little bit different than the one I'm used to in the demo. They made it a little bit more dramatic with some of these side pockets where enemies are popping out of. All right, let's deposit some wood. I'm going to run ahead. We're going to grab this early and probably level up my pistol again. Oh, no, it didn't give it to me. All right, that's fine. That's fine. Let's level up the axe. Or let's reroll. Let's reroll. More attack speed on the pistol. With the pistol being as efficient as it is, that's why I'm not too worried about leveling up the axe, because it's a melee weapon. I feel like I'm not going to have a lot of opportunities to actually swing with it when I'm just annihilating these guys with a pistol. Sheep farm. This is rare. It's 3 of them. Produce 2 experience every 10 seconds, so I could place 3 of these. Okay, sure. Why not? I'm not going to say no to that. We're going to pop them all right here. So we make sure we get whatever bonuses we can. And so that's just going to keep a steady stream of free experience. I wouldn't normally get that on my own. It's not a normal Gojo pick. I'm too obsessed with getting as much power as possible. I don't even think these enemies drop experience. No, they don't. So they really nipped that problem in the bud. But I can get wood, and I can get wood very fast. Deposit. All right, go back in. Never mind. Let's leave. All right, my free money. Shoot a boomerang that collects experience in gold. Fire a bomb that creates an explosion and sets part of the ground on fire. 3 rotating ice rays. So does this steal experience in gold from enemies? Or does it just collect what's already on the map? Because money doesn't normally just sit on the map. I'm going to grab it because we kind of have a resource build going on right now. So the right path will give us a weapon upgrade. The left path will give us stone, which I don't think is necessary. So we're going to go over here. I almost feel like they made this game a little bit easier because a lot of people were saying the demo was very difficult. I beat it on my first try, but I think we lucked out with the build that we had. I thought I built the best castle, but you know, you guys told me otherwise in the comments. Every single time he grabs an ice missile, SMH, worst YouTuber ever. Bro, I beat it on my first try. What do you want from me? Do you want me to beat the game so badly the developers close down? They lose their home and their families? I don't know if I'm that good. All right, come on. Get my weapon upgrade. More damage to the boomerang. Yeah, let's do that. More projectiles. We got the gun, we got the boomerang. We're killing from a distance right now. All right, what does the shop have? Again, I want to keep getting money, but we could have some good things here. Wow, 3 of these craftsman houses? Yes. Pop them all. Damn, this is awkward. Where am I going to put this one? Where am I going to put this one? All right, we're going to the side. This is another bomb minion, so I can grab this. We can actually combine them and level them up. But what I want to do is put one on this side too. And if we get more, we'll start combining from there. Gonna put the sheep farm right here. Can I move towers? Because now I'm really depressed about this fire tower. Increase explosion size. This is a gunner brigade. Let's re-roll. Necromancer tower. Deploy decaying minion every 9 seconds. So they really went hard into this necromancy. This is another fire dragon. We'll level up our fire dragon to level 2. I like how the design changes and everything as well. And this gives us more damage for adjacent towers. I could put it here, but it's going to be kind of wasted because it's only going to be able to benefit potentially 3 towers. I think we're okay right now. I don't think we need to do anything else. I want to save the money that we've got. And let's move. I thought I was going to kill them faster than that. I did not mean to run into them head first. All right, let's get as much wood as we can. We're going to keep leveling up this tower attack speed. All right, you know, another lumber statue. Why not? Increase hero damage by 7%. We're going to get a farm for the sake of symmetry. My tower is very wide. All right, as much wood as possible. My minions are running behind, which is awesome. The harvesting speed is not an awful decision because of the fact of how wide my tower is. And we need to clear the way pretty frequently. I do wonder how attack speed impacts the minions. I mean, I'm going to assume it just summons them even faster. All right, we got a bunch of gold back here, and I'm not going to let it go. All right, let's grab this. We've also got so much stone that if I start taking damage, I'm not that worried about it. I'm not too concerned. Another minion. Yeah, because it deploys a decaying minion every 9 seconds. So does this increase that rate, or are we just wasting our wood? That's what I'm curious about. I cannot grab the Blizzard Bellows. I told myself I wouldn't. I also told myself I wouldn't get the mortar either because they're too busted. Reroll one more time. Interesting that we keep getting the option for the minions. I'm going to go for the craftsman houses. Pop it right there. It does feel like they're spawning faster. I don't have the receipts. I'm not sure, but... All right, that might block you here. Let's grab our upgrade. More damage, more attack speed. I feel with the attack speed boost we're going to get more value out of increasing the damage. So we'll do that. It's level 5 currently. Yeah, we're hitting hard now. Summon explosive minion. We already have one of these. We have 2 of these. Let's level up what we got, because they'll do a ton more damage. Their attack rate's going to go up. That's perfect. I'm very happy with that. This castle is just so not me. I'm not used to getting more resources. Experience, sure. I do go for that pretty often in Survivor likes. All right, we got a ton of roots. All right, I'm helping out. We have now created a little bit of a problem where we are taking some damage. But you know what? I'm getting paid. So at the end of the day, everything's okay. Everything is A-okay. I have some more stone. Everyone's going to hate me, but it's so stupid. I just want so many of my own statues. What is this? Oh, we got an item. All right, let's knock this bomb out. There's gold on the right. There's an upgrade here, but we need to get these trees. All right, there's more trees that are going to get in the way. Then we're going to run to the top right. I think we'll be fine. I need the money. Yeah, you're fine. You're taking a beating, but you're fine. Let's get the upgrade. Stop giving me these. Stop giving me these. I've already set a precedent that I can't avoid. More damage on the pistol. Okay. We got tons of stone. You're going to be fine. You're going to be fine. Look at how fast I can harvest, okay? This is worth it. This is genius. Let's chop down some trees at an alarming rate. Okay, all right. Look at my tower attack speed, 54%. That's insane. Absolutely busted. Okay, we're good. We're good. Now you're never going to question, okay? You're never going to question who's the owner of this tower. This guy right here. All right, give me another weapon. 3 rotating ice rays. Fire bomb that creates an explosion. Sets part of the ground on fire. Shoot a long-range piercing projectile that prioritizes high HP enemies. Let's go for the ice rays. I think that would be the biggest benefit to us. All right, so that is a weapon upgrade. That is more money. We're going to go for more money, actually. I think as far as my damage goes, we're in a pretty comfortable spot. I fire so incredibly fast with this pistol. Now the ice is going to be able to freeze people, too. I shouldn't need to move around much. The boomerang's just grabbing all the experience for me. Probably not the best item to get because it might prioritize XP gain rather than like raw DPS. Since when do they leap at me like that? All right, we gotta move forward and use the X. I'm being stupid. All right, we're pushing the bomb guys back because apparently they jump forward. You learned that the hard way. All right, nice. Get our loot. Can I look at a breakdown of my stats anywhere? I don't see them. Maybe at the end, because I want to know what my total harvesting speed is. Oh, we didn't level up from that. We can go ahead and heal. We're going to need that. Oh, wait, could I just harvest the wood here? And, like, not even worry? I guess that makes sense. You'd always want to do that. We're about to fight the boss. And this is the part where we use all the money I've stocked up to be able to defend myself. So let's level up our bombers. Don't worry, okay? This is gonna work. This is gonna work fantastically. All right, we're gonna grab a gunner. We're gonna spend a good amount of money here because I feel like we really need to. All right, let's reroll. Another gunner brigade right here. Another statue, of course. Increase hero damage by 7%. No, I don't love that. I also don't love this decaying minion. I'm going to reroll. Beggars can't be choosers, though. We need damage. Let's put it there. Let's reroll. Another explosive minion upgrade. Another farm. For symmetry's sake. I'm rerolling again, believe it or not. Reduce all towers' current cooldown by 5% for every 1 gold deposited? Okay, we'll get that. We'll max out this dragon. I'm not sure I understand this. Every gold deposited. So can I put money in there? Or is it just the money that I have? I'm not sure. There wasn't anything else I could buy that would do damage, huh? No. All right, this is what we got. I can repair the city. We'll do that. We'll get some healing. All right, we're ready. We're ready. Are we, though? Who knows? This is the worst build I've ever done in this game because I needed 30 million statues of myself. Try to get as much gold as we can. Okay, we're leveling up just from the sheep farms. Adjacent towers, 100% damage to frozen enemies. We have another sapper tower. We can max this one out, so we're gonna do that. So these guys are gonna be doing some insane damage, which is great. And we'll just keep getting supplies. Now, what I'm scared of, because the main thing about this chapter is beating the boss, right? Oh my god. What the hell? And I may have hurt my DPS a little bit by getting rid of my gold. Okay, is there one that we need to attack? Yes. Understood. All right, this is a brand new boss I've never seen. We got wood in the way. Oh, I get it. They're charging a spell. We have to hurt them in time to stop the spell from going off. This is stressful. It's okay, we're still in this. I need more gold. More gold. Just call me Mr. Krabs. Give me this gold over here. All right, we got some charging up. Excellent. The road is blocked. I got you. We're sustaining heavy damage. We must keep moving forward. If I can get some stone, that'd be fantastic. Right here. We harvest so fast. Keep healing. Stop them from casting their magic. Tower explosion size increased by 1% per wood level. Wait a second. That could be huge because we have the bombers. Give me that. More explosions. No magic. Not in this household. What's happening? Is there another phase? No, I think the boss is dead, but we have to continue moving. It's okay. We got this. Give me my money. Give me my wood. The right side. We're getting attacked heavily on the right side. I need Another necromancer minion. On the right side. The symmetry is ruined, but survival is of the utmost importance. All right, we got to get these stones. Toss him. Toss him in. I will get my statues home. I will get my statues home. You know what? Let's add another. Come on. We just gotta believe. More stone, more stone. Get the stone, get the stone. Repair. The fireworks. The cavalry. Uh-oh. Let's freeze. Go, my minions. The road is blocked. Uh-oh. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Not right now. Give me the money. There's always time for more money. Success! We did it! Wait, hold on. Reroll. Reroll. Perfect! Yet another statue of myself. Hey, boys. In case you were wondering who succeeded today, got a lot of evidence on my castle. All right, that got a little scary. That got a little scary. I have barely any statues, towers that do damage. All right, we reached the Ark. We've gotten so many achievements. Holy cow. Interesting. I don't know what this is. Like a hub world? Next. Runtime, 30 minutes. We didn't do... I assume 54,000 damage. Well, no, 548,000 damage. Isn't that much? Boss is slain. So sometimes these must get crazier where there's more and more bosses you have to fight. Wow, okay. You've unlocked a new element. We got Circular Saws, Scorpio Javelin, Fire bonus arrow for every gold deposited, Road of Ice, this is a new area, Hard difficulty, the Book Market, produces 1 gold for every 20 experience deposited. Another statue? Increases the hero's damage by 30%. Man, it's not bad. Mirror City. Each building built is duplicated and mirrored on the right side of the city. Buildings deal 50% less damage and are 100% more expensive. Wow, that's got a lot of mechanics. Okay, interesting. And so now we've got our meta progression. So that's what we use this compass for. Got it. So we can upgrade a few things. Our damage. So we have hero upgrades, we've got city upgrades, and then special upgrades. Tower damage. Is there one for health? Yes, there is. Level up health. Level up damage resistance. We're really going to go into the city, I think. Attack speed of towers. Tower damage. You can do tower range, too. Collection. Oh, I see. This is all the stuff we can end up unlocking. That's a good amount. There's a few more rewards we can get in this city. You can see at the bottom right, we have some towers and some actual cities that we can get. So the Mirror City seems kind of intense for the second one that you unlock. All right, so buildings deal 50% less damage. They're 100% more expensive, but they get duplicated. So we want to build on the left side, and it's going to replicate it on the right side. All right, we'll try this. And so we've got a new map. We've got the ice map. We also have hard mode. We get more compasses. That's nice. And we have different challenges for every difficulty as well. All right, let's try the Road of Ice. All right, so this castle looks very different. The music here's sick. All right, let's try to get some stone while we can. Get a head start. The harvesting speed difference without all those statues of myself, kind of brutal. I see some money on the right, too. We got minecarts. I know in the demo there was side objectives to push minecarts to get money. So I'm going to assume we can toss that through, and we might get something. I'm trying to get this upgrade. I'm taking a lot of damage. Let's go for more attack speed. Try to run to my tower. Yeah, we do get money. So it popped out of the other side. Okay, so we've got an Ice Ballista, the Scorpio Javelin, or the Sheep Farm. So an interesting thing, it duplicates. But towers are more expensive, and we do 50% less damage. So I'm thinking, at this point, why don't we try a little bit more sustainability? Because the damage doesn't impact the sheep farm. And we got another sheep farm. I'm not getting the lumber statue. Don't even tempt me. All right, let's do that. Let's get this money. I should probably worry about my tower a little bit. Yeah, okay, the harvesting statue kind of goated, man. Especially with how long it takes me to break things now. Sapper tower, that's our bomber. Go for more sheep. Let's keep doing sheep for now. Because we should start to get experience incredibly fast, especially early game. Which I think is going to help us deal with the fact that these towers are going to be so much weaker. I don't know what this is down here in the bottom right. Okay. Oh, it gave me a teammate. Got a little ice golem. That's cool. All right, there are a ton of weapon upgrades here. There's stuff all over the map. Yet even more sheep. I must level up at an astounding rate. Let's go for more attack speed. All right, we got to protect for a little bit. Might want to go into damage, actually. Attack speed's nice, but being able to kill these guys in one hit, I feel like it's going to help us way more. This produces gold for every experience deposited. Hold on. Hold on. We got some sick synergy going on right now. All right, break this. I really don't know what this gives me. I think it's just a bunch of money. Yeah, a ton of money. Oh, we have enemies with gold now. That's not good for me. I don't have self-control. I don't know what this man is, but he's closing in on my tower. 50% damage? Holy cow. All right, obstacles, obstacles. I gotcha. I'm being a greedy little bastard. What can I say? So the Gunner Brigade gives me money whenever I kill people. We already got the Fire Dragon last time. I know it's uncommon, but I would like to try newer things. Especially if we can just start stockpiling stuff. All right, we finally have a tower that does some damage. It's the first one we got. All right, let's push this. I wonder if these enemies drop stone. They do drop stone, but then they get absorbed. I was about to say, there's not a lot of options on this map to collect a bunch of stone to heal. Need to be pretty careful with that. More sheep. I'm hoping this pays off. I'm not going to be as stupid as I was last time. I'm only going to get one more sheep farm probably. Do another bookmark it. And we're just going to end up with a giant square that's going to be covered in offensive towers. All of my money-making towers are going to be in the middle. All right, boomerang, the dart rifle. I'm actually going to go for the dart rifle because we've got these big, beefy enemies with the damaging AoE around them. And having that focus, whatever has the most HP, I think is a good option. I'm not going to go for wood. That seems like a waste to me. Forest. We would get more wood off the bat. Fire a bonus arrow for every gold deposited. We're going to end up getting a lot of money. This could get obscene. Let's put it at the very edge. I see. So it's just the act of putting money in the tower. That's what counts as depositing. Makes sense. Makes sense. Got a ton of ice here. Yeah, we slide around like crazy. The dart does some insane damage. The cooldown is crazy, though. If I get an option to level that up so we can throw these nonstop. Actually, that's not even the dart damage. That's my sword because of the 50% damage increase we got. Holy cow. That's one thing I did notice from the demo. The first weapon you get is actually really good. I try to get as much of this experience as we can. It's a really good opportunity to level up. Okay. Dart rifle, 50% damage too. I'm going to have to go for that. So both of them are just doing insane amounts. All right, get some experience in there. Let's level up. I'm thinking we do another Scorpio Javelin, or actually we level up what we've got. Can I level this up? I can't, so it actually just needs another spot. One thing I'm curious about, this produces gold for every experience deposited. Does that count for the sheep? Or does it just instantly give me the experience, which means it's kind of a waste to have the bookmark it? I don't know. Food for thought. I will definitely heal my castle here because I'm not looking amazing. Let's level up our gunner. Inspect city. I wanted to see, I leveled it up so fast, I didn't see exactly what it improved. It does not improve the chance for it to drop money. I'm assuming it's just damage and attack rate. Okay. I'm getting too excited. I'm going too fast. All right, one more sheep farm. I could keep going for him. I could keep going for him. One more book market. Let's re-roll this. We can max out the Gunner Brigade. Yeah, so at max, it has additional projectiles. Damage goes up quite a bit, too. The temptation to grab yet another statue of myself because it duplicates it. But that also means I immediately get 40% harvesting speed. I'm not going to get a million of these statues, but I think it's necessary because I am struggling to break things down. I think it's necessary. And we're going to get more sheep. All right. I think we're okay. Yeah, come on. This is so much better. So much more noticeable. Stone needs to be the name of the game right now. 100%. Increase explosion size, increase regular burn damage, summon explosive minion. I'm going to reroll this. At least the rerolls don't cost more money. That's a good benefit. Let's get more of these turrets. We're going to get them on the end to help out with the backside. +1 attack speed per wood level on the axe? Okay, so that would be 4% right now, but that's going to end up growing. That's not bad. All right, I'm assuming the behind area is covered. So I'm just going to keep trying to get some supplies. Yeah, we got way more DPS this time. Scorpio Javelin, let's max it out. Come in here, deposit some gold, which will allow me to shoot extra projectiles. Deposit all this wood. Grab more of these javelins. I'm not loving this build, but I think there's potential in it. I'm also going to try to grab some of this experience just sitting here. I know, you got obstacles. I'm coming, I'm coming. Fire Factory. Tower explosion size increased. It's epic, but I don't have anything that does explosions right now. I have nothing that does explosions, actually. So I'm just going to level up my gold turrets. Okay, more damage on the dart or more damage on the axe. Let's go for damage on the dart, because that's going to give me some range while I'm busy trying to get supplies. All right, I got gold here, but let's take a second. Get some stone. Get some stone. Well, now there's explosions. Let's re-roll. It really is just offering me mostly the same stuff. We unlocked these circular saw blades, but I have not seen those yet. I'm surprised my tower can fit through this. It's so narrow. All right, wood. Let's get wood. We can keep increasing that attack level. That's way more damage on my axe. Look at all this experience, too. I hope nothing bad's going to happen up front. Supporting crowd. This increases my damage by 7%. Let's go for it. I need some fans. Some YouTube subscribers. All right, push him back. I thought those were my damage numbers for a second, but no, it was just the explosions. So it's very interesting with these javelins. Whenever I come back to deposit my money, they kind of just go off like a machine gun for a little bit. I don't want to do another gunner brigade. I want something different. Ice ballista shoots 3 ice shards that pierce 2 enemies. Why don't we get this up front? It might make more sense to put ice behind because it slows them down so they can't catch up, but it's okay. Yeah, this guy drops tons of stone. We don't need to worry about my health right now. I'm going to grab this money. I wonder if we can break these egg sacs so maybe enemies don't spawn. Scorpio Javelin, level that up. Well, I broke it. There's another one here. Maybe that is exactly what it is. Maybe it stops away from spawning. It looks like one still did appear. Who knows? We're figuring it out. It's exactly what I want with the dart rifle. More attack speed. Because this thing fires slow. We have so much money now. Well, there's farms. We could do farms. We could level up the ice ballista. I'm going to go for these farms. This is so stupid. I'm going to have the same problem I had last time. I think it's much harder with this castle too because you have to be way more intentional because everything you build duplicates. Adjacent towers get an increase to attack speed. Okay, so if I buy this, I put it here, and I can still surround it with 2 more. I think that's a good idea. We're gonna have a very forward-heavy castle. Hopefully that doesn't end up screwing us over. It's already bigger than my last castle. And we're halfway through. It's not like I want to not level up. All right, ice rays, the golden pistol again. Honestly, the golden pistol makes a lot of sense now because we're making so much money. It's got to be the way to go. All right, we have a weapon upgrade or some wood. Let's go for the weapon upgrade. We're making a ton of money, but of course the towers are double the price. Stay in the middle. Yeah, this is firing like a machine gun at this point. right, a little bit longer. Try to clean up some of this experience. Should get a free level up by the time we get to our castle. All right, nice. Now, can we get more damage on the pistol? 50% more damage on the sword? Nuts, man. Okay, all right. I'll just take care of everything. Give me more of those supporting crowds. All right, I definitely want to level up the Ice Ballista. Went from 16 to 31 damage. Let's get some wood while we get some time to breathe. It's kind of crazy you can just do this. You really get a ton of progress on this bar for just like one single piece of wood. You can get the wood here too. We've leveled up twice. All right, awesome. There we are, 57% tower attack speed. All right, so we gotta be really smart with this. We have fragmentation mortar. I don't have anything that boosts my explosion radius. I have one here, the laborer's houses. But we don't have a lot of space to really utilize that. We'll have to make it work, I think. Let's get it on the outside. We'll go ahead and increase the explosion radius. Does it have to be next to them? I don't think so. I think it just gets more of a benefit when it's next to its neighbors. I can't put them here. I need to put another tower that attacks back there. Put it here. And if that's the case, we can do more explosive minions. And they'll do more damage. And so that caps this tower, which gives us extra damage. We're going to re-roll. We might end up capping here. I'm going to grab the fire dragon. I know I said I wasn't, but I'm going to put it here. This is so stupid. We'll get our gold tower right there. We're going to keep re-rolling. I mean, at this point, we will have an insane amount of money. All right, this is another tower that gives us an extra 50% damage. So if I put it here, it'll further boost the bombers and the mortars. I think that's a good decision. We'll level up the gold turrets. This increases towers and heroes damage by 5%, which will give us a 10% net gain. But I think the better option is just to still go for more towers. Increase the regular burn damage by 5%. So this isn't bad now, considering I have 3 towers that do burn damage. But if I buy this, I won't have any more room. I won't have any more room. Max out Gunner Brigade. What happens if I cap it out? I don't actually think it's worth it because it's only going to be a 12% increase to burn damage. So I'm not going to do that. I'm going to re-roll one more time. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to put this down here. And I'm going to further increase my damage. And I think we're looking good, man. We got more damage, we got more attack speed. We've got so much going on right now. I mean, what happens if I even try to put anything else down? We'll find out when we level up, I guess. All right. She's beautiful. I should probably repair the city with my money. There we go. I can get some more upgrades, but that's about it. We just have a giant deadly square, and we're only halfway through the run. Okay, let's destroy this before whatever that is hatches. Okay, moving here is a nightmare. I can't even get into this corner. I just get stuck. Oh, we got another compass we can grab. Okay, so we can level this up. I guess you might be able to trade out towers is what I'm wondering. Sorry, guys. It may be an abomination, but it's my abomination. Level up the sapper. Get all that gold so we can fire a little bit more. And the damage I do is crazy. I'm going to try to get that healing. Nice. And I can still benefit myself quite a bit by trying to get wood. Because that's also going to increase my attack speed. All right, so the dragon can get leveled up again. Keep cutting, keep cutting. The range at which we need to do our deforestation is ridiculous. All right, more money. Deposits. I'm starting to realize it's not as worthwhile to put some of your turrets on the sides, because when it hits max size, a lot of enemies don't really come from those angles. Okay, so I can replace. It took me this long to realize that, but I think I'm okay. I think if there's anything I'd want to replace, it would end up being the book market. But I want to wait till we have a little bit more money. I'm okay. Or does it actually force me? Because I don't have a way to say no. I guess I have no choice. Unless I want to replace it with one that's already there. It won't let me do that either. Interesting. Okay. Well, the good news is that actually opens up some interesting strategies where you could really stock up on farms and sheep and then build them out later on when you stop having a use for them. So we'll go ahead and replace one set of sheep. I don't know if I love the idea of not being able to, like, just skip the level up. I guess I get what they're going for. All right, we can level this up. Make my level up a little bit simpler. I feel like whenever the boss shows up, I'm just going to annihilate them myself. Especially with our wood being at level 26. Oh, I only get the attack speed for every level. I don't get the actual bonus at the top. So I have an extra 26% swing speed on my sword. Makes sense. Okay. Trigger a freezing explosion. This typically, I feel like you'd want this on the edge. I think I'm going to grab another Scorpio Javelin. And we'll continue to deplete our farms because we really don't need it much. The only reason I want it is because of the book market. As we get experience, we'll get money. But we'll replace this. So now we've got some firepower behind. Okay, I was almost stuck. I was a little scared there. I want more money because it's gonna keep beefing up the pistol we got. I want to see how fast this thing can actually fire. And of course, it makes my javelin stronger too. So that's good. Tower explosion size increased. Considering I've got the mortar and I've got the bombers, that's not terrible. It increases per wood level, max 50%. So the radius would go up by 27%. I could level up the ice ballista, cap it out, but I'm going to get the fire factory. Oh, wait. So it actually doesn't impact the dudes. It only impacts the mortar. If that's the case, I'm not going to grab it. I'll level up the ballista. That's disappointing. I mean, they're literally exploding themselves. It's okay. Maybe they don't count as a tower. Because their mechanics are a little bit different. Because they're minions? I'm not sure. Max that. All right, we're sitting nice with 451 gold right now. I'm just going to keep trying to get as much wood as I can. All right, we're about to be at the boss fight. It is almost time, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gents. Oh, the circular saws was a weapon. I thought this was a tower. Let's grab that. So we have a nice mix of in-your-face and distance combat. I wonder how much wood I actually get from going to the left. I'm actually kind of tempted to get it. But if I go for a weapon upgrade and it gives me something busted again on my sword, I think we would have more hilarious results with that. Sorry, just trying to get to level 33. Get 99% boost to attack speed. Yeah, I know there's different events that happen on these side pockets, but we're only seeing the same one over and over again. Unless I'm mistaken. I could very well be mistaken. Yeah, no issues here. I wonder if we've capped the attack speed on the pistol. Because it felt like I'm firing the same rate that I did when I had like 200 gold. All right, let's go. Grab that. More attack speed. Why would I want this one? Give me the 30%. All right, no more level ups, please. I'm capped out. Craftsman houses would give me more damage. We'll do that instead of the sheep. Gives me and my towers more damage. I don't know what kind of boss we have here. I should probably spend some money. Reduce all towers' current cooldowns by 5% for every 1 coin deposited. So these seem like they make more sense for you to get it ahead of time. Because I don't know how long that benefit lasts or if it's permanent. I feel like if it's permanent, that's insane. All right, where do I have room for more attacks? Probably right here on the side. We really are getting completely surrounded by turrets. But otherwise, their range isn't far enough for them to be worthwhile. Maybe the minions, putting the minions inside would actually help out a good amount. All right, level up these ice ballistas. Or reroll one more time, hopefully get another ice ballista. 100% damage to frozen enemies. I mean, that's nice, but it would have to be triggered from this ballista. If I had the big frost AoE, I think I would probably consider that, but let's level up the Scorpio Javelin. Level 2. I'm going to reroll one more time. Hopefully get an ice ballista. There we go. There we go. And I think this is what we're rolling into battle with. Let's get it. Not get murdered by these spiders. We can still get the benefit of even more wood, and the saw blades are actually really good at cutting down the trees, it seems. Got a bunch of stone down there that's going to get in the way as well. Let's knock this down. I don't know what this is. I'm worried about whatever this is. Okay, well, that doesn't seem to be something to be worried about. This is more damage. Do I have a good spot where I could put this in between some towers? Yes. I'm going to put this right here. We're going to remove the bookmark it, and we're immediately going to get a buff to 3 towers. Yeah, that does add another layer of strategy. I don't mind it. Okay, you're the boss. You're going to die. You landed at the wrong spot. Apparently, we were killing him too fast. It said, stop hurting him. All All right, the boss is dead. The boss is dead. We did it. Oh my god. We have to try the harder difficulties, man. We have to see what really ramps up here. Because I'm just getting too busted. And I'm still going to get comments down below. I cringed so hard when he put down that bookmark. He could have put down the dragon head of Artheron and gotten an extra 872% damage. Tower explosion size increased by 1%. Still on the one mortar. All right, we'll just do more guns. More guns. Because why not? It doesn't matter at this point. I'm too strong. I mean, to be honest, oh my god. I knew that was coming, and I just watched it. So, you know, I take the blame there. My damage is nuts. Because we got so many huge upgrades on my sword. And then we have a bunch of attack speed upgrades, too. All right, you know what? We might as well add more statues of myself. If I have any option, I'm down for that. I'm going to go home with over $500. Hold on, more wood. If we can get this to level 50, I'd be very satisfied. Gotta get as much as we can. Level 49. I bet you something happens at 50. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. 50. Maybe an achievement. That's what I'm hoping. Because a lot of towers capped at 50 with their attack speed bonus. It is kind of crazy to look at the towers and think this is how fast they fire with 156% increase. Because it doesn't seem that fast. I mean, maybe they just fire way slower than I realize. One thing I wonder about this game, does it have an endless mode? I wonder how that would work if they could figure that out with the limited space on the castle. Level up the mortar. I didn't realize I didn't even max those out. I bet you I'm strong enough to kill all these. Maybe not, maybe not. I'm pretty strong, but I'm not that strong. Well, I don't know. I don't know. They're all dead. No way. I thought this game was called Monsters Are Coming. I died. I died at the very end. Yo, at least my castle gets to have my tombstone on it. All right, another successful venture. And so now we get to see our castle next to our old one. It is way bigger. Let's see what we ended up unlocking. Yeah, we did a ton more damage. Double the damage we did last run. We did get a hero death, though. That was just me being stupid. We got the Road of Sands, the Cursed Ballista. Deals 10% more damage for each active minion. Minions have a 5% chance to spawn rocks on death. Adjacent tower hits have a 30% chance to generate an ice shard. Increase the range of neighborhood and adjacency effects by 1. Wow, that's actually not bad. That's a town hall. It's a castle. Okay. And we got a bunch of the compasses. Well, guys, that is Monsters Are Coming Rock and Road. This game is super fun, and it seems to have a ton of mechanics and things to unlock. I mean, we've barely scratched the surface on all the towers we can end up getting. We've also got a bunch of different castles and levels, and then every level's got a bunch of different difficulties too, because all we've done so far is normal. But we can go up to hard, expert, and nightmare. I think at first I was a little worried with there only being 4 different types of roads, but with all of them having different challenges, it looks like different boss fights show up too. There's a lot to do. The challenges also seem to be what unlock different towers. Like if we did Road to Elderwood on hard and reached wood level 50, that would have unlocked a tower for us. So what do we have here? Reach the Ark with 2 different town halls. So I need to beat this again with a different town hall, and I would get more compasses, which doesn't seem to be super exciting. Reach the Ark without ever having more than 4 unique buildings. More than 4 unique buildings. You would need like the same thing stacked over and over again. I mean, that's how I won the first time, but a lot of fun. If you guys enjoyed the video, hit that like button. Give me a comment down below if you want more Monsters Are Coming Rock and Road. And if you've watched me this far and have not hit that sub button, please consider doing so, because that supports the channel way more than you know. That is going to be it for me, and I will see all of you guys next time.